Shakalaka turtle.
Good evening, everybody. It's time for Boom Talk. How y'all doing out there in Boomland, man? Me and Steve here. Sorry for missing a couple of weeks, man. My schedule been kind of hectic. Y'all can blame me, or just don't use no violence or anything. But I would like to start off by making a couple of tournament announcements. Holding the Ball tournaments, which is ran by Sumner Taylor and his gang. They did a tournament about a month ago, Steve.
Yeah.
Waiting on phase 3. It was a wonderful tournament. They did such a great job. So I think they're gonna go ahead on and start running things, giving us something to bowl. And so they have a Parallax Pairs Plus double scratch. It's gonna be held at Tangi on September 13th. If you're interested, contact Sumner Taylor. I think he made a page for Holding the Ball tournaments. You can go on there. It's like a $50 deposit to hold your spot. I know I talked to him last week, and I talked to him yesterday, and he's getting a pretty good response. So if you want your spot, you want to lock it in, go ahead on and put your is it $50?
Yeah, it's a $50 deposit to hold your spot. Don't forget to, you might have already said it, maybe I missed it. Also, it's a doubles tournament, but it's got a singles spot in it too. So you're automatically paid for singles when you enter, although you're shooting doubles. And so you get 2 options to get paid. If you bowl really good and your partner doesn't do any good, like I do all the time, I let my partner down, you're still going to make some money. So
there you go. They also are going to run the handicap doubles back. That's going to be, he got his date October 31st and November 1st. It's going to be held at All-Star. The scratch tournament is going to be held at Tangi. So October 31st, mark that on your calendars. Handicap doubles. The women got 100% of 230.
Yeah. 100% of 230, 90% of 230 for guys.
Okay. So women, ladies, it's definitely to your advantage to come out and bowl at. It was just a marvelous tournament. I enjoyed it so much. I'm so glad that they're redoing it, bringing it back.
Big payout.
Big payout.
Lots of side action, lots of good stuff.
I'm trying to get my phone together here. So Steve, you can go ahead on. I also got some more tournaments. SIBC is
You got the anchor lady coming up, huh?
Yeah, and we got the scratch tournament. I'm trying to get my phone.
Scratch is in October.
Yes.
I'm gonna get the anchor ladies this month now, right? August.
It's gonna run the whole month. Let me get this straight, because it's actually not well, anyway, here we go. SIBC 7th Annual Scratch Singles Classic. This year is going to be held at All-Star Lanes. It's going to be Saturday, October 10th. So you can go online on SIBC.com 1997, or go on Southern Impact Bowling Club Facebook page, and you can you can sign up. It would help out, of course. You can get your pre-work done for your entries, lane assignments, and stuff like that. So we got that coming up, and we got the 22nd annual Anchor Lady Handicap Tournament, Trio Tournament. 3,600 guaranteed for first. It's $135 per team, which is $45 a person. This is at All-Star Lanes, which is a mask facility, so you must wear a mask. And the rules that most bowling alleys and public places have been, improvising. And the weekends is going to be August 15th and 16th, August 22nd and 23rd, August 30th. You're not going to bowl that Saturday, only August 30th. And then the last weekend will be September 5th and 6th. The first 3 weekends is just going to be 3 squads, 12, 2 and 4. And the last weekend, you're going to have 4. You're going to add the 10 o'clock to the 12, 3 and 5. I'm sorry, 12, 3 and 5. So that's upcoming tournaments. Just an announcement.
I got some more tournaments we could bring up too, Munch. Obviously, I'm sure most of the people that watch this already know about the BR, but the BR is this weekend, this coming weekend. There's normally a Friday night sweeper. That's Friday night sweeper is not going to happen this time with all of the changes and mandates as far as the masks and things like that goes. And they decided not to do the sweeper this year on Friday night. So if you were planning on going to the sweeper on Friday night, that will not be happening. Although Alvin over in Mississippi and Ronnie Bungie, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I apologize, Ronnie, if I said it right or said it wrong. They're trying to run a little 9-pin no-tap handicap tournament over Mississippi at 10 lanes. I know it's maybe for some, may not be for some, but it's something that somebody's putting together for us to bowl. If you want something to do Friday night, that's another thing. So as far as the BR goes, if anybody is watching that's not from here, it's one of the best handicap tournaments I've ever seen. They are changing up a few things that they're doing this year. They're only allowing 2 people per lane, 4 people per pair. So that's less people per shift. Don't believe they're adding a shift, so that's going to mean less entries altogether. But when I say less entries, you're still going to have 300 to 400 entries. You're probably going to have at least 300 entries in that. There's usually about 500 and some entries in that. So it's going to cut back on it a little bit. It's still going to be an amazing tournament. I'm glad they're still having it. I know there was talk about them not having it at one point, but they are still having it. The one thing they're changing this year is you cannot walk in and pay. That's one of the things that they're changing for the new mandates with COVID and the new social distancing practices and things like that. Is they're not going to have people coming in and paying with money in hand. You'll have to sign up to the Facebook page, the BR tournament on Facebook. Click on the link. It'll send you to a site where you can pay, choose your squad that you want to bowl, pay there. You can even snapshot your average sheet from the bowl.com app and upload that to the entry. And that way everything's taken care of. You just go there and you get ready to bowl, and they'll tell you what lane you're on. You're ready to go. So that's some changes they're making to that tournament that year. I'm a fan of that tournament. When I first moved here, I heard about it, didn't think much about it, and I skipped the first one, and then finally went to the second one and realized I missed out on a pretty good tournament. So $65 is the entry. Usually you're looking at around $4,000 for first, or at least $3,500. This year might be a little lower. It's still going to be over $2,500. I'm guessing it's still going to be a really good payout, even with the cutback entries and things like that. So if you are considering that, or if you haven't been paying attention to when the BR is, it is this coming weekend. So it's a really hard one to miss, man. Mm-hmm. Low risk, high reward.
Yeah, definitely.
So, well, we got a person we're going to talk to tonight. We got anybody?
Oh, a special lady. She's so special.
I heard we had somebody, but
special to the world.
I don't know who she is. I heard that you knew some girl that you met somewhere.
I wanted to interview her. Yeah. Well, you wanted to interview her.
Was she? I heard she wasn't a very nice person.
No? Well, let's see.
That's what I heard. I heard she was real mean. I didn't know.
Well, I'm not going to say nothing. You saying that. So you're not going to make me say nothing. Let's bring her on in, y'all.
Hey, guys.
Ashley.
It's Ashley. Oh, okay. I know you. Yeah, you're not anything like Munch said. You're way nicer than Munch said.
Oh, how are you guys tonight?
Yeah, pretty good. I like that shirt.
Yes. You got to kiss the guest, Steve.
Little red, white, and blue. What'd you say, Munch?
You got to kiss the guest. You know how we do it.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. Take that. Put your eye out.
Hey,
So how you doing this evening?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're good. We're good. I'm good. I don't know about Steve, but I'm good.
I'm a little sunburnt, and thankfully from this light, you can't tell it. Otherwise, people would be making fun of my raccoon look I got going on here.
Got it. I'll
But
see
I'm surviving. Yeah, so I do stuff like that, and Michelle gets a kick out of it. Anything that causes me pain, she enjoys.
That's my girl.
So yeah, I had some things to ask Munch. I think you might know Ashley a little better than me. I don't know. Still figuring that out.
I don't know.
So one of the things I did, Ashley, is I talked to Michelle. Michelle's she is an aspiring. I shouldn't say that. She's really trying to work on her game and really trying to get better. And she looks up to certain bowlers, and it seems like one of the things she tends to really admire is women bowlers that are good, you know. And of course, so one of the things I did was I talked to her and I said, you know, what are some of the things you would want to ask Ashley? And so I made some notes over some things she had mentioned. This isn't one of them, but as I go through, I'll go over some of the things she said. But one of the things I was curious about is you're a pretty good bowler, first of all. You're very good. What age did you get started?
I started bowling at the age of 5. So,
Wow.
yeah, 5. And I haven't stopped at all. So I'm 31 now, but I started at the age of 5. My dad and my mom bowled, and then my dad's parents bowled. My mom actually bowled with me until she was 9 months pregnant and popped me out. And so I give all my talent to her. I was learning in her womb. But yeah. And I skills when I was younger to my father.
Yeah. So at what age would you say, like, I mean, I'm just trying to relate. What age would you say you thought, well, I can really do this pretty good. I'm pretty good at this.
I would say probably not until I got a little older and was in like junior leagues and I could kind of compete with some of the bad boys back in the day. So originally from Michigan, some of my big top people were like Nick Woods and Dion Tipton. And like once I found out I can hang with the big boys, I was like, oh, okay, I might, you know, might be a little good. Take this serious. Yeah.
Did they have a lot of tournaments, you know, as a junior? Did they have a lot of things for you to be able to bowl there? I know when I was a kid they did, but now they've got all kinds of stuff.
Not really where we were in Flint, Michigan. There was a lot of TNTA tournaments, but my parents didn't let me do that because we went to church every Sunday and it was on the weekends and you had to travel. So I never did TNBA or anything when I was younger. Just like the city tournament, the Pepsi state and stuff like that. That was the only thing that I really did in like the local tournaments, but nothing too much. I know Detroit was a little better, but in Flint, we didn't really have too much.
Yeah. So did you ever could you admit that you got a little extra enjoyment about beating the guys versus the women, or was that ever a thing?
Yeah, definitely. I always tried to be dad. He would take me to practice and we would stay in bowl 20, 30 games and he would have to drag me out the bowling alley and I always tried to beat him and I never could beat him. I used to be so discouraged and want to go back again, but he would never let me beat him. That was my goal.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. So eventually you said juniors, you started picking up on it. Things started going pretty well. And then, you know, you got to that where you're in high school. It's about time to move on to another thing. There was college after that, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And where did you go to college?
I went to Jackson State in Mississippi.
Yeah. How was that?
I had never been to Mississippi a day in my life before.
Culture
shock. I grew up in all Caucasian from, pre-K to high school and went to Mississippi and it was all Black people. But I will say Jackson was not my first option. So I did I wanted to go to Vanderbilt because they had a great bowling team. But tuition was super, super high, like $42,000, and they can only give me a half scholarship. And my dad's like, no, I'm not paying $20,000 where you can go get your education somewhere else and it be paid for in full. So then my next choice was actually Alabama's A&M with Coach Jeff McCorby. And so I went and met with the girls, had a great time, knew I was going there, and something happened with financial aid, and they couldn't offer me. He wanted to offer me a full scholarship, and something happened where the money got messed up, so he couldn't offer me that. So then Doc Boykins reached out, and he offered me a full ride, and my dad was like, hey, you can get an education anywhere. Like, we're using this to pay for you an education. He's very stickler, like, you get things how, you live. So you can bowl anywhere. You can, be great anywhere. I'm worried about your education. So I had to go to Jackson State. There was no question, no debate, no option. Like, adios, that's where you're going. So that's how I ended up going to Jackson State. But I mean, great experience, one of the best experiences of my life. I met some of my best friends there. Definitely wish, and Coach Boykins, if you're watching this, I love you and I'm so sorry, but I do wish that we had a little bit of a different structure of coaching style, like some of how the predominantly white schools are. I feel like their structure is a little different. I don't know because I'm not a coach, but I do feel like being at a HBCU, things were not the same, and we could have did some things better to kind of be more prepared for when we saw the Vanderbilts and the Nebraskas and the Maryland Eastern Shores. So that's all I'm going to say. I'll leave it at that.
Well, that's cool. I mean, I'm sure there had to have been in a competition moment that is stuck in your brain, like something really good you did, like a moment, or maybe your team did, maybe not you, or maybe you, that you had like a college bowling moment that's stuck in your brain that you're really proud of, or?
I wouldn't say college, but I will go back to when I was in high school. I was the first girl to ever shoot a 300 in the Michigan State Finals. So I was in the record book for that. Unfortunately, because rules and regulations weren't in there, it didn't go into like my bowl.com records and stuff like that, but I am in the record book. So I was the first girl to ever do that. So that was a major accomplishment. And
That's
I was
cool.
into music before they banned like earphones and stuff. And the crazy thing is I was listening to Remy Ma Conceited on repeat, and she helped me.
Cool. Yeah, I'm not a fan of wearing anything over my ears, but that's because I'm just old and out of date. But I never understood the big deal with it. I don't care if someone else wears. They say it's because you can't hear this or that or whatever, but come on now, that's not that big a deal. This to me anyway.
Yeah,
But
for each person, it's different. Like if you see me and I'm bowling, well, I can't speak for all women, but I know some women or most bowlers, they kind of get inside their head. I'm always now, I don't do the earbuds, but I might have my computer in front of me and I'm just, typing away, doing something on my computer, and that kind of helps distract me. So shots
Always multitasking, huh?
is multitasking. Yep.
that's to keep your brain busy. Your brain
Yeah.
moves fast. You got to keep activity going on in there to keep it occupied.
Yeah, that might be it too. But yeah, I definitely try to, when I bowl, do something else so I don't overthink or overcompensate. Bowling should be simple, keyword, but we all know.
Michelle said Friday night when she threw a couple good shots, she said, it must have been the music.
For instance, Harold, he listens to his music faithfully every time he bowls. The people who have to have Delara, she with her music in her ears. So,
Yep.
To each its own. But I definitely knew if I wanted to go and kind of compete in the bigger level, that was something that I didn't want to get used to.
Right.
Yeah.
So, if you have anything else to add, much, let me know. I mean, you can definitely step on me. Feel free to. I was really wanted to take the conversation toward stitches and dye, and kind of get the word out on what that is, how you got started with it, and what you're doing with it now.
Stitches and Dye is a company that me and my 3 other friends, we all bowled college together. I was the only person from Jackson State. It's Sierra Watts. She bowled Texas Southern. Tramel Williams, she bowled at Texas Southern. And then Jasmine Adams, she bowled at Texas Southern as well. So in 2016, TNTA was going through some things with their vendor at the time, and Sierra came up with the idea, hey, how about we start a t-shirt business and tried to get TNBA. You know, at that time, Sierra was the Southern Regional Director, so she was doing the Southern tournaments. And I was like, at first I was like, nah, I don't think that's a good idea. Like, I travel for work, that's a lot. And then after thinking about it, I was like, you know what? Why not? It can either do really, really well or completely bomb, and we lost a lot of money. So decided to start a business, Stitches and Dye Oh My. Definitely, yeah, I don't even know how to explain it, but we've made a lot of progress from where we were in 2016. It was a struggle trying to teach yourself how to do things. Definitely made a lot of boo-boos and mistakes, but we kind of got things together, and now it's kind of on a bigger platform. Design t-shirts, do jerseys, mugs, cups, anything that you're interested in. We definitely mask, try to work with you. I actually did this shirt for NDO, kind of my own. This is actually a one and only design. I'm the only person that has that. So yeah, we also
Doing hats too, huh?
yes, we do hats, we do embroidery, screen print, vinyl. I mean, anything you're interested in doing, we can kind of figure it out. So
and you're basically anybody from anywhere get on your website, order, and you can drop ship them to wherever they want them to go and things like that, right?
correct. And I mean, if you don't see anything on the website that interests you, you can always reach out to one of us. We'll be happy to kind of create you something custom. Yeah. So we're here to support. It really turned in, it was supposed to be a bowling thing originally, but it kind of turned into just any needs. Like if you're looking for a birthday party or something for Mardi Gras, whatever, like we can help you customize. But yes. And
that's cool.
The chat so people can kind of reach out. So I'll do that right now.
Yeah,
we have
there you go.
A website, a Facebook, Instagram. So yeah, check us out. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to help.
Yeah, I know, and I've said it before. The website's really nice. You guys have done a great job. I'm very impressed with the way you guys are doing business. Just from what I do know, everything's been really good, and I'm sure you're still growing. So if you keep going in the direction you're going, I'm sure it's going to be really good.
Thank you. We really appreciate it.
All right. So as far as your bowling goes,
yes,
you're on staff with Brunswick? Hammer. Okay.
Yes.
So when did that start?
I think I've been on staff with Hammer for the last 5 years now. I would say at least 4 to 5 years. Years are going, years are combining together, but I think at least the last 4 to 5 years. I would say 5 years this year. I signed with Hammer again this year. But yeah, I ended up approached through TNBA by Sierra. She put in a good word for me, and they were interested. So I said, hey, why not? And honestly, I've been throwing Hammer. Hammer was our staff or our ball vendor for Jackson State. So I haven't thrown anything besides EBI since 2007.
Yeah. So you've been through a lot of their changes and things like that throughout the whole time.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
and
cool.
It just a game. I mean.
Yeah. It makes sense. Well, they got good stuff. And then one of the other things I kind of made notes of here is Houston. Now, when I met you, you were from Houston. You spent a lot of time in Louisiana. You said you were from Michigan. You went to college in Mississippi. You're living in Houston. You hang out in New Orleans, Louisiana. You're all over the place.
All over the place.
So what brought you to Houston as far as that goes?
So after graduating college in Mississippi, I went back and actually got my master's. That was something that my dad was like, you got to get your master's, no question asked. So went back to Mississippi, got my master's. And then once I graduated, my friend actually did a referral program at the company that she had just got hired for, and ended up getting hired. And the locations were either Austin, Houston, or Dallas. And so they had just moved to Houston. So I ended up saying, hey, why not? Let's try Houston. And that's how I moved to Houston. I'd never been to Texas ever in my life before that either. So
I wanted to address this question Daryl being asked. Steve Berger, is that the shirt company you sent me a pic of? Yes, Daryl, that's the same company. She does really good work. She's very easy to get a hold of, and they'll work with you. And if you want to add logos or whatever you want to do, or if you want to change that shirt up, do something different, change colors, whatever, all that stuff can be done.
Correct. Reach out, Daryl. I'm here to help.
Some other comments in there I'm gonna leave alone.
No, let's bring it out because I need to adjust it.
I don't know how to adjust this one.
This one right here, I want to know about this. Have you told much about us yet?
Just responded and said, I think I did. I remember. Between you and Daniel, I can't keep up. And Kurt, I can't keep up.
And Beach, don't forget Beach.
Oh yeah, I mean Beach doesn't even faze me anymore. Like Beach is so like.
If you look outside right now behind the bush, I bet Beach is right there.
Right.
He probably is.
Yeah, hiding behind a bush, peeking up.
They're waiting for. The crazy thing is, all of them are already, well, except for Daniel, are married. So
yeah. What's wrong with these people?
Yeah, even if Terrence and I broke up, like,
yeah,
I'm married. So I don't know.
I mean, me and you had something worked out where you were just going to move in with me and Michelle.
You sound like
2 ways.
You sound like Kurt. Hilarious. That means I must.
I like the idea of the 3-way bills. You know, we talk about 3 ways. The bills, very good idea.
Hey, I'm down.
Look at that.
So,
yeah. So
this is something you don't know about Ashley, man. She's an excellent golf player, man.
What?
I wish I can display these videos I have of her.
Oh, we gotta do some Top Golf then.
She ain't beat me, but she's pretty good, you know.
really?
So Munch smoked you or what?
No.
Well, he's saying that you're all right, but he's way better.
No.
I mean, she taught me, but you know, the student always overtakes the coach, you know.
So yeah, quick thing. Yeah, most people might not know, but I actually started golf and bowling at the same time. I was honestly better at golf, and I did golf for a while. When I got to high school, it just was boring, and I threw it away for softball. And I will say my parents were devastated because people used to call me Taina Woods. That was my
Taina.
Yeah, because I was pretty good.
Huh.
I just didn't see a career in golf. It was boring. I mean, as a kid, you got to be quiet. You got to walk the field, But I would say I was better at golf than I was bowling.
Huh? I did not know that. We gotta do some Top Golf then.
I'm down. I'm gonna send you this video. I wish we could display the video Munch is talking about, but I'm gonna put it in our group chat so you can see.
All right. Yeah, we're definitely gonna set up a Top Golf weekend. We gotta do that. Let's gotta do that soon. Michelle, where are you at? You're my scheduler. Handle that shit. Anyway, so that's pretty awesome. You know what that tells me too, by the way, is that you're just naturally gifted. No kidding. When you can do all these things, you're naturally gifted. And so it doesn't surprise me that anything you put your mind to, you're going to be good at.
Yes. And we're about to softball, so you're going to have to come watch us play.
Softball?
Yeah.
Yes. I seen you was looking for extra players and things like that. But I'm a good watcher. I do really good at watching, so I'm down for that. Yeah, when it requires me to run somewhere, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, we still have to race. We didn't get a chance to race.
Yeah, we're going to do that. I'm going to have to have some more drinks.
Maybe Thursday.
We're not betting money, are we?
No.
Okay, good. All right, good. All right. Just drinks and running.
Correct.
You can do that. Do like a 10-yard dash. That's all I can go before my hamstring pulls.
Bro.
So, all right, we kind of touched. I think you touched on it a little bit earlier. One of the other things really wanted to get into is your work with the TNTA.
Yes.
So what is it you do with the TNTA? How's that going?
Before we go into this, I just want to stop real quick because I'm seeing some messages from people that I don't know, and I got to ask the question. I don't know
what's going on with that.
So Jacob.
Who is that? I don't know him.
No idea who Jacob is. And
you know who that is, Munch?
No, I don't know who that is.
Man, we got followers. I don't know.
Yeah. Jacob
Gang.
Aaron. He says, good with balls, huh? I'm interested. I bet she got cake. Balls in your mouth.
That was the one earlier I said I don't know how to address that.
Yeah, I have no idea.
And then he said is
I thought you were talking about Trey.
no, Jacob. I don't know who that is. I don't know him. Maybe I do know him. Let me see.
I have no
Check
idea.
this out.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I'll find out though.
Look, Munch is like, you done messed up, son.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but I mean, shit, we can see what's going on. But anyway, let's continue with the show.
Keep going.
Yeah, I got him right here. He's not a friend of mine.
Oh, well. Okay.
Yeah, he's just bored. All right. Well, anyway, one of the things I want to get into, if we could get by his ass feeling weird earlier, is the TNBA. I know you do a lot of work for the TNBA. When did you get started on that, and what is it you do for them?
So I got pulled in once again, Sierra. Sierra, I have to fault you for a lot of these things. Not fault you, but Sierra is one of my best friends. But she was the tournament of the South 20. I don't know when she started, but I know I ended up moving in with her, and I used to see her struggle, not struggling, but she would have so much paperwork from when the Southern Regional was in town, or we would have to go to like Orlando. So I just felt so bad for her, and I would stay up all night and try to process the entries and get the squad times and all this stuff. So I would say I got started in, I want to say 2015, if not 2015, 2016, but I think it was 2015.
Yeah,
And
I was 2014 through 17.
that's when, okay. Okay. So, yeah. Whenever she says, because she knows better than me. So
Right.
would help her, and then they ended up asking me if I wanted to take a director's position. So I said, sure, why not? I'm already helping, let's add one more things to Ashley's plate. So I ended up being the media director, and I've been that since 2016. So what I do is I basically just send out all the information about upcoming tournaments on a national standpoint, talk about like any precedent issues that may, be addressed in TNBA as far as like tournaments being canceled, if we partnership with anybody. Like we just partnered with Bold TV to record all of our upcoming tournaments. Also, yeah, just like sending out news blasts and updating Facebook. So that's basically what I really do. And then I also volunteer at most of the tournaments on the national.
Pretty busy. I've seen you stay pretty busy.
Yeah. So
running around trying to fill in the blanks everywhere, fill in the gaps.
definitely.
Yeah. So, if you don't mind me to keep going, Munch, like I said, always feel free to jump in on me anytime you want, buddy. One of the other things with the questions that Michelle had was about practice. I've caught you practice. I don't catch you practicing a lot. How often do you practice?
Never. Say never. I would say once in a blue moon when I have the opportunity. So I don't know if most people know, but I travel for work. So I'm usually gone Monday through Thursday, come back home on Fridays. This is a weekly activity. So I don't get to bowl league when, something happens and we don't have to travel. I might try to sub during the week, but for the most part, practice is not in the cards right now. Now, if things slow down or, job changes, right now with COVID going on, we haven't been able to travel. So I have been subbing on different leagues. So trying to get more practice in, but when I can, I definitely try to practice, but realistically, I don't get it in. I don't.
Yeah. So if you do get time to practice, if that does happen, when that does happen, is there anything particular you try to do, or is it just you trying to go through the motions whenever you get there?
For me, like I've been trying to work on my B game. My normal A game is straight, throwing it about 16 miles per hour, hooking it up 10, 7, letting it roll to the pocket. I know my struggle is moving inside, getting left, trying to hit 15 to 12 or say even 20 to 15. That's my struggle right now. So I've been trying to work on that. as well as Ashley's going to leave at least 5 pins in every game. So definitely work on my corner pins and just trying to, right now I'm also struggling with watching my mark as my ball rolls over. I like to pop up and see what the ball does. So I would say those are my 3 main things that I work on consistently every time I practice. For the most part, everything else comes natural. And I know that's not the same for each person, but yeah.
So I noticed, and I'm not really going to address most of these questions, but we had, what do we have, 3 or 4? We had 4 guys on before Ashley. Munch, you there? Did I lose you? Did you freeze up?
No, go ahead.
I said before Ashley, what do we have, like 4 guys on in a row?
For who? Yeah, she's the first lady.
Yeah, and now we get Ashley on here, and this is what we got.
Right.
Anyway, all right. So one of the other things I kind of touched on a little bit earlier, but as far as women bowlers versus men bowlers and things like that, there is a lot of lacking, I think, overall in comparison to men, as far as women being willing to bowl. If people get mad at me for that, I apologize, but look at the statistics. I'm speaking truth. I want more women to bowl. I want to be able to hope things get available out there for women that they want to bowl, whatever it takes, whatever you're looking for. Speak up. Tell us what you want. What type of tournament do you want? Because I want more women to bowl. But most of the places I've been around, we do have a lot of times struggling getting the participation from the women. So, how do you feel about the level of competition as far as the women bowling and the amount of participation in your area? Would there be any like suggestions that you could throw out there, or maybe things that people have told you to get more women to participate?
I would say my good friend Tristan, she definitely always says make an incentive for women to bowl, whether that's the highest lady out of the tournament gets paid $100 or something. That would help women just be more open to bowling when there's a full list of men. Because I'm not gonna lie, when I see some of the names pop up in tournaments, I'm like, I'll sit this one out. And even me, and I know you guys say I'm talented, I'm a really good bowler, but I get scared of some names sometimes. And Tristan Senegal, Anita Arnett, when I see them sometime in the PBA, I'm like, I'll sit this one out. I haven't been practicing. So I would definitely say some incentives for women, maybe even a separate category for the ladies. What that would be, I have no idea. Could definitely brainstorm on that later, but just something that would be appetizing to ladies to be like, hey, if I bowl, at least I'm not just going to waste my money. I have some reason to bowl, and I can possibly get some of my money back, if not all, if I, beat all the ladies in the field. So I would definitely say some type of incentive.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and I think most people would agree that, figuring out what that is a common goal for most people. They want to get, I had a conversation about this yesterday while I was burning at the pool with Michelle about why I think that happens a lot. And look, everybody's different. I'm not saying all women are the same, this and that, but a lot of times, at least from my experience, men can get kind of consumed by whatever competition they're in. Right. It's in our nature to kind of get consumed and really dive into a full length. And once again, before I get chewed out, I know not all women are different, but as far as that part goes, but a lot of times women have so many other things going on in their mind, and maybe other things take precedence, whether it's a vacation somewhere that's away from bowling, doing anything away from bowling, going to dinner, going to vacation, whatever it is you're planning on going on a cruise or whatever, whereas the guys like, well, we can take a vacation while we bowl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying one way is right over the other. What I'm saying is there's a difference in there. And I think that sometimes makes up the difference, because I've always been a believer that man or a woman, any woman can beat me. I promise you. If they get hot or whatever, I don't look at you when we're bowling. I don't look at you as a woman. I look at you as another bowler.
Yeah.
You know, but anyway, that's the thing. I think a lot of times it's just a matter of what's important to you, and how focused you are on it. Now, if you, for example, as much talent as you have, were to turn that focus full stream at 100%, I promise you, we see the difference.
Yeah.
And even without that, you're still damn good.
I
You know
agree.
what I mean?
And
So,
I will, like, I think for females, I've noticed men, they have that beast mode mentality. Like, I got to get it. Us, for females, I'm not going to say all females because there are some that have that beast mode mentality. Most females just do not have that. We kind of second guess ourselves, or, we're not good enough. But I think if we could figure out a way for more women to have that beast mode mentality, like, F everybody else, I can beat anybody. I think we would see more women competing with men also. I'm not even gonna lie. I wouldn't even say I have that beast mode mentality. I'm pretty humble. I would say, yes, I'm decent, but I don't know if I would say I'm great, so that's something that I also work on and struggle with myself.
it is one of the first things I tried to work on when starting to work with Michelle, is getting that out of her brain as far as any viewing herself different than a bowler. When you step on the approach, you're a bowler. It doesn't matter if you have boobs or don't have boobs, But when you step on the approach, you're a bowler, and you just got to look at that. You're no different than the person next to you, whether it's a guy or a girl. But
Correct.
yeah. You got anything to ask, Munch? You want to address anything?
Nah, we pretty much covered it. Wait, I want to ask you about TNBA. You did cover that. You still over
The media.
media.
Yes, I did. Yes.
Yeah. So just to kind of follow up back on that, some of the things that Ashley will be helping run. We didn't really touch on that SIBC, but the SIBC tournaments that Munch mentioned at the beginning of this. Another thing that Ashley helps and volunteers for a lot of times. I know she does. I've seen her do it. And you're a part of that group too, Ashley, or no?
Yes, I got it. I was just a backhand, help when I was there and help when I was needed. But then I ended up getting pulled in thanks to Munch. So I have been a member, I think, 2 years now. Last 2 years, yeah. Very organization. If you guys don't know, SIBC, the Southern Impact Bowling Club, out of New Orleans, and we just kind of do different tournaments. We also, it's more like a family-oriented bowling club. Try to hold tournaments. We do activities such as like picnics and, take vacations. But very, very nice organization. I'll definitely put that also in the chat window for people. You can like the page and see when our upcoming tournaments. I know Munch mentioned some of those. We have the Anchor Lady Trio coming up next month. Well, in 2 weeks, actually. And then the October tournament, which is our single classic tournament, and that'll be in October. So look out for those.
One last thing I want to make sure I don't forget to ask you.
Yes.
Margarita night.
Margarita night.
Who's your favorite person at Margarita night?
Ask that question. Oh
Yeah.
Put you on the spot. You better say Munch. That's the safest bet you got.
That's right.
That's
right.
Munch knows.
I'm probably not.
What? No, I'm not gonna say anybody's my favorite person. I love you guys all the same. You guys all bring something different to the table, and I love you guys all the same. Munch knows my love for him. He knows my feelings, so that doesn't have to be said.
For all these people trolling in this room, we do Margarita night Thursday nights in Kenner at El Paso. You're welcome to join.
That's right.
Come see us.
Yeah, see us.
Come see us. I'll talk about Munch is mad. You're gonna see the Ashley 2.0. I'll handle it.
I'm not giving you a bold.
Don't worry about them. Anyway, I know, right? Jesse done called it out. Look.
What? I will say this. I have a soft spot for all the men. I'm not gonna lie, but I really like Steve. You got a soft spot. You
I do. Is it because of my fun stories?
Yes. Jesse, I have a soft spot for Jesse too. I don't know why. Like, I love Jesse.
Yeah.
good guy. I mean, everybody's great. Like I said, everybody brings something different to the table, and that's why I love you guys all.
That's cool. I appreciate that. I'm really glad I met you. You're a really cool person.
Thank you.
So just to close up on this, if you have anything to add much, I really appreciate you coming to talk to us. I really think that the Stitches and Dial, my website, I think you guys are doing a great job with that. I do think you're an amazing bowler. I hope that your life takes you in a direction where you can find the full potential that you have, because I believe that you're nowhere near your ceiling yet, and your ceiling is going to be very good. And our lives change like that. There'll come a day where you're ready to do that. Maybe it's not today. Maybe it'll be tomorrow. Whenever it'll be, when that day comes, I think we'll truly get to see where your ceiling's at. And I don't think you're anywhere near it. I think you got a long way up you can go. Keep on doing what you're doing. All the extra volunteering you do, and a lot of. I admit it. I don't think I could do what you do. You do a lot. So it's appreciated by bowlers, the ones that pay attention. Most of us do. Some don't. But anyway, you're just really glad to have you on this show, and we appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed it.
Cool. What you got, Monk? What you gonna close out on, baby?
Shit, nothing. I guess we through.
Well, I hope you enjoyed. What you gonna do tonight? What you guys gonna do? Netflix and chill? What you gonna do?
No, I'm gonna sell this couch I'm selling tonight. And a Honda Civic. I'm gonna do that after we get off.
In a Honda Civic.
Like, what? I will say, I think, Steve, when you mentioned like my full potential, if Munch would let me quit my job and move to Louisiana,
Ain't gonna happen.
Oh, I don't know how we ended up there. Hey, was Ashley talking? I didn't hear her. Did she say something?
All right, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for letting me be your first lady on the show.
That's right.
Appreciate you for coming in.
Dustin Beach. I know you're behind all these people.
Right.
Dustin Beach sent all these people here.
He wouldn't do that.
He might. You never know. He's either doing that, hiding behind a bush, or kicking a ball return. It's one of those three things.
Damn. He might do that to me. He wouldn't do that to Ashley, though.
That's true.
Loves Ashley. I don't know. A lot of people love Ashley. I gotta do some self-analysis about this.
That's right. Might be something you're doing.
Maybe. I just think I'm a friendly person, but you never know.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
All right, guys. See you later.
Bye-bye. Did it freeze up?
I think it did. Let me see.
Oh, she done stuck. Look. Oh, there she goes. Now, you want to close us out?
Huh?
You want to close us out?
Yeah, we had the lovely and wonderful Miss Ashley Blakley tonight. I enjoyed it. A lot of the things we talked about I kind of knew already, but I just wanted to give her a spotlight and her shine. She's a excellent bowler. Everything she do, she kind of strives at it, and she's an even better person. And I love her to death. So glad y'all tuned in. We'll probably we want to do something like Tuesday. I'm trying to fill in that spot. We have people.
We definitely want to do something this week before the BR, I think, and Tuesday would probably work. To double check that. I can never remember what I got planned, but I'm pretty sure Tuesday will probably work good. So we'll talk about it later, but I think Tuesday would be good. Definitely want to have something before this weekend. So let's go.
All right. Well, shit. Y'all have a good night. Be looking out for our next interview. And
we're going to deliver a couch.
Yeah.
We got Jesse go deliver a couch.
Yeah, we're going to deliver the couch.
Yeah. All right, man. Have a good one. Boom out.
Boom out.